CTM Kumar Farooq. Kumar is going to give a recommendation of the issue to the Board of Directors. This presentation is for boardroom executives on improving efficiency. This speech is a rehearsal for feedback on persuasion. This presentation will be given by him. Please help me welcome Kumar Farooq and his speech entitled ABC's Efficiency Improvement. Kumar Farooq.
Thank you very much, Emily, fellow Toastmasters. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very delighted today to go through one of the company's ABC's efficiency improvement. First, I'll give you a little bit of background of my company. It's an ABC company. It started in 1984, and it's a family-owned business, but it moved to really one of the most advanced technology organizations. It provides engineering services and products. And for the oil and gas business, as for the offshore structures, and it has more than 12,000 employees. Isn't that exciting? I'm very excited. So much room for innovation and development. And if you see, this is a picture of subsea. So you can see there's some kind of a board, and it has some wires in it, and it connects to the subsea surface under the ocean, and it has some Christmas trees there. So we provide actually the control system. What it does is basically provides the control system that has a internet cable, and I'll explain to you a little bit, and also high voltage cable for providing electric current for the pumps, and there are steel tubes for transforming or transferring fluid like oil, gas, or some other chemicals. And here's another cross section of that product we make. So you can see now the telephone wires and then steel tubes in the actual view. Our company also does the analysis, so it gives you, the hot and cold spots. You can also see this structure is in the ocean, so it has to undergo a lot of hurricanes and storms, and also we do installation analysis. Now, I have a bad news for you. The bad news is our 7 out of 17 projects are late. And we're losing $350,000 per month. It's a very sad situation. My purpose today is to give you the good news. The good news is why I want to give you this good news. I'll give you the reasons. Then some of you will be thinking with a different point of view, and I will have also the rebuttal for that thinking. And I will have a question and answer at the end. So my recommendation for this delay in project is we need to begin the training of those software for the engineering analysis group so that we can bring our project back to the schedule. And why we need to do it? There are 3 reasons. First of all, for this training, as I already explained to you, we want to bring the issues beforehand, okay? So that we know if our client is sending us some kind of basis of analysis, design, we know what are the issues. Sometimes client asks for something in the middle of the project, we could tweak it ahead of time rather than late. And also we want to identify some of the man hours calculations. By doing this recommendation, we can also find out the right man hours. And at the end, we also want to improve the quality of our project deliverables. By doing this recommendation, we can really improve our quality of deliverables and also minimize the rework. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, employees might not be interested in the training. It's another training again. But I'm telling you, if we do the training and we ask them beforehand that you will be examined at the end of the training, result would be much better. As in the past, we did the same, and we were behind in 10 projects. And the employees were given an exam and we really improved. So I would definitely like you to consider that. So in summary, we need to have the training of engineering analysts. And for that, we need a budget of $50,000 by May 30th, 2015. Now, we all need to work together as a team to bring this project back on track. Thank you, and any questions?
You're going to be doing the training in-house or outside?
That's a great question. Well, we have 4 different avenues. We have one in Brazil, another our facilities in UK reside, another is in Odisha structure in Chandigarh, and the 4th one is in Houston, Texas. We will do we have 3 best companies. They are going to come to our respective locations, and they will provide the training.
And do you, the reason why the efficiency is so bad, do you think it's related to employees' salaries or pay or number of hours working? You didn't talk about anything about that.
That's another great question. Well, we are providing the salary increase according to their work performance and our overall profit margin in the company. So I don't think it's had nothing to do with that. It's mostly the new technology is improving every single day, and we are trying to keep up. And as well as we have, I think, 16 analysts in the background, and 5 are retiring, 5 are new, so the rest are like in the middle. So we're trying to keep up our company's learning ahead of the game with the other competitors. Yes?
You described putting these pole wires so they'll be able to sustain hurricanes and storms. What kind of method do you use to stabilize them so that they don't go wildly off kilter?
That's a great question. Thank you, Robert. Well, if you look at, if I go back to this is one of the structure we have. If you can see, this is like a lower hump, and it goes up and then it goes down. So it's a deep into the water. It depends on, for example, location. North Sea has like probably 100-meter deep. Gulf of Mexico is 10,000 meter deep. So typically we put some kind of a buoyancy elements here. If you can see a little bit like a buoyant thing. So it keeps the structure in place. So whenever the hurricane comes, so it transfers the wave motion and it damps it. So typically those buoyancy models keeps in place. But then there are certain other orientations. Sometimes those tubes are like horizontally, like vertically falling down. So it depends on how they are located, but they have certain margin. For example, if the hurricane comes, they have certain slack. So if it doesn't pull it that further if the hurricane comes. Did that answer my question? Or?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So from this, okay.
Did you find out whether the lack of efficiency is because of lack of expertise of the people that are working, employees, or is it because lack of planning? What kind of a training are you looking for?
That's another great question, Anita. Well, as I explained a little bit earlier, that we have 16 analysts in the staff, and 5 are new analysts, and there are 5 they're going to retire next month, and the rest are in the middle. So keeping our employees trained, that's one of our goal and objective. And also I think clients have higher expectations. And also for the new analysts, typically, they put a lot of, we put a lot of expectation on them. They don't know sometimes the details, and then they can get caught up in that. So that was our past lesson learned in the past. So that's why we're trying to implement the training for those tools so that they can learn ahead of time, so that our project don't get delayed. Did that answer my question?
So it sounds like they need to come up to speed with the expertise of the rest of the technological
Exactly.
advancements.
Okay, thank you, and that concludes my presentation.